Bar Weep Grana Weep Nilly Bong, and welcome back to my channel. And today DLX release another Prime. Mirage gives some damn good heed. We also take a look at a disappointing MP and what happens if Grimlock drinks all the Sunny D. All this and much more coming up in the next few minutes.
And now the news. Don't touch that dial.
Kicking off first though, talking about something that I don't talk about very often at all on this channel actually, and that is the Marvel Universe. Yes, Deadpool 3, well, was in production, let's put it that way. And I just wanted to say, look at that. Finally, a yellow Wolverine. Absolutely phenomenal, fantastic. Love the look of the Wolverine for the new Deadpool movie. Great to see Hugh Jackman actually reprising the role as well. And that yellow and blue look, classic from the comics, looking fantastic. However, due to the writer's strike and now the actor's strike, production has now ceased. So let's see what happens in the future. Today is a very special day because today is HeroQuest Day 2023, so check out all kinds of stuff happening all over YouTube, Twitter, and all kinds of different places because there's going to be a lot of different things happening when it comes to HeroQuest today. And the reason for this is quite bizarre, because the reason for this is because today, apparently, Rise of the Dreadmoon releases. I've had it about a week now. Wow. It's nice to get some things early, I guess. If you are in the UK, then In Demand is the place to go for your pre-orders because all of these Transformers beauties are now up for pre-order on In Demand. So head over there and get yourself some pre-orders in right now. MPH Studios, the studio that seems to promise so much and deliver, I think maybe one figure, which was the Beach Coma, but we see so much shown from this company. Now they're showing off their latest thing to show off, which is Warpath. Brilliant. Start releasing some figures, maybe we can talk more. But also staying with them, they did talk about Roller as well, and releasing a Roller that transforms. Seems to be very in fashion at the moment to be releasing a Roller that transforms. But not only are MPH Studios planning on releasing a Roller, they're planning on releasing this and giving it a kind of Ed 209 twist, and it can sit on top of Roller obviously, but it has that Ed 209 walkabout feel as well. I'm here for it. I love it. Also, down in the comments, let me know, what's the name of this thing? Does it have a name like Roller, or is it just part of Prime's stuff? I don't know. I know it's a hangover from Diaclone and stuff like that, but what is this? What is the name of this piece of Prime's trailer? Let me know. And let me know how you feel about the Ed 209 vibe and giving it its own legs. I'm here for it. I like it. MPH Studios, you do interesting stuff. Release more stuff. Don't be Gisea Toys on us. So Collection Space are doing something rather interesting with Bumblebee. They're going to make Bumblebee female, give it a kind of more human-esque face, and then have it transform as well. It's called CS01 Little B and is, well, quite interesting. For me, it looks like, has anybody got Fans Hobby version of Minerva? The hips and the body and the way that this looks, especially with the way that the bits hang off the back, it really reminds me of Fans Hobby Minerva. So I don't know if they've managed to do something clever where they've kind of KO'd Minerva and made it into a Bumblebee. I don't know. These are obviously not product shots. These are more like the CAD drawings. So I'll keep everybody updated on this and see what it looks like. But certainly from those hips and the waist, real Minerva vibes. Fans Hobby, have a look at this one. They may have stolen your tech. Coming soon to Show Z are these take on what we would know as the Dinobots. But oh no, my friends, these are not the Dinobots. This is Super Teenager Beast Mechanical Dragman Combiner. Woohoo! Yes, let's go. What an absolute banger of a name. Absolutely amazing. The height 30 centimeters, so 30 centimeters. I'm not sure if that's each or if that's combined, because it does say that it is a combiner. I haven't got any pictures here of the fully combined figure though, unfortunately. I just kind of wish that they looked a little bit better. The name is definitely the best thing about these. They're all too thin. Some of the names of the figures, and I don't know which one is which. There's Halberd, Landraid, Rita, Bullet Warrior, Flame Samurai. Absolutely amazing. These really remind me of the, I can't remember what it was, but it was Dino King. I reviewed it on the channel and it was one of the worst things I've ever purchased. This looks like it could be up there. I have to say, I am tempted just to buy it, just to see what an absolute shit show this is going to be. TFcon Toronto is just round the corner, and there you're going to be able to pick up this badass Huntsman. And not only does the badass Huntsman look amazing in its G2 colorization, but has a pretty nifty little box to go along with it as well. Brilliant, love this. It's just a shame that we lost the bird mode. And if you're also there, you're going to be able to get this remix take on eject, and that's going to come with a fair few different heats and also this cracking little cassette and cassette insert, which is just cool. And then to put it in, you get a box that looks a little bit like Blaster in his alt mode. Nice, nicely done. A lot of thought going into these 80s remix cassettes. Very cool. Armada take on Lady Heiress is coming as well to this, and if you want to know what the difference is between this one that you're going to be able to pick up at the TFcon and the one that you were also able to pick up earlier, well, she just looks a little bit moodier. Angry face. Beast boxes, beware, because there are some official Transformers boxes coming where there are boxes, and inside the boxes are Transformers. So there's all kinds of different versions of this. I guess it's like a little bot that comes in a box with transforming elements to it. The box is like their alt mode, and then inside is the bot. It's like a little bit like the Pretenders, I guess, but there's a whole range of this, but luckily they all come in one box set. Where the hell you get these from, I don't know, certainly not in the UK, but they look fun. More kids orientated, but they still do look a little bit fun, but they're not for my collection, even though they kind of transform in a pretendery type way. Flametoys is coming with their Shattered Glass Megatron, and we got a few more looks at this one, and it looks better, I must say, than the original picture that I showed just last week. It comes with a nifty little case with weapons in it, but yeah, it's not my Shattered Glass Megatron. It's just nice. I think I'd have preferred this if they were just saying it's a take on Megatron and not said that it's the Shattered Glass version of Megatron, because I really like the Shattered Glass look of Megatron, and this one doesn't quite have that look. If they'd have just told me, oh, this is just a version of Megatron, I'd have probably been here for it. I'd have been like, yeah, maybe Pit Fighter version of Megatron. I'd have probably been more here for that rather than a Shattered Glass Megatron. I don't see, but as a take on Megatron, I like it more than I did before. But just as I say, not as a Shattered Glass take on Megatron. Call it Pit Fighter Megatron or something, because for that, yeah, I'm here for it. It's nice. Moving over to the world of threezero and DLX, and they are coming with their take on a Beast Wars Optimus Prime, who's going to come with an axe and multiple points of articulation as always, including a horrific lippy face, if that's really what you want. He has that cool, nice little blaster hand cannon as well that we saw used a few times in the movie, especially when he met Primal for the first time. So it's your standard thing, non-transforming, looks okay. Don't have any of these in my collection, and I think there's just too many of these being released, in all honesty. If you really like this take of Prime from this movie, I could understand why you'd get it, but I feel like I've spoke about 5 different versions of Prime from this company, and this out of all of them is probably the weakest one. And also, of course, they're coming with a Bumblebee. Speaking of weak things though, they are also going to be coming with this from the Bumblebee movie. This is their take on Megatron. Oh dear. Oh dear, I think they really dropped the ball on this one. If you want a decent looking version of the Megatron from the movie, I still think the best representation you can get on this is the Mega Tank. Go pick up the Monocrat Mega Tank because it transforms, has loads of heft, looks great. This, it looks thin. It doesn't look good. Especially in certain poses. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. Let me know your thoughts on this one down in the comments. I think this might actually be the worst representation I've seen of the 2 seconds that we see Megatron for in the Bumblebee movie ever. If you like to wear your Transformers like a mask, then now you can. There are so many different versions of the heeds that you can now pick up from Killer Body, and their latest one is going to be Mirage. So if you ever wanted to wear your Transformers like a mask, well, now you can. And this is the Mirage version. Wunderbar. Hasbro Pulse is extending its tentacles into the EU. So if you are from a number of countries now in the EU and you've been struggling to get your hands on anything from Hasbro Pulse, then now you're going to be able to, because it's going to expand into the rest of Europe. My experience, I have to say, with Hasbro Pulse is I was super excited. I became a member, paid up, did all the stuff, then actually realized there's really no benefit to being a member of Hasbro Pulse. Especially when you have certain places over in the UK that get things before them. In my experience, they were some of the last places to ship the Transformers and the bots or whatever I got from them, where other places had everything really, really quickly. I see no benefit. I actually cancelled my subscription. I am not part of Hasbro Pulse anymore. And that's where I stand on it. Let me know your experiences down in the comments. Is anybody still a member of Hasbro Pulse? And if so, why? I got really excited when I saw that a masterpiece Bone Crusher was going to get released. But I think I must have read some of these leaks wrong, because it's a Bayverse Bone Crusher. So, yeah. Does it look good? I don't even think so. I think it lacks paint. I think it lacks detailing. I think, to be fair, I think the MP line at the moment, it's just not there. It's really not. There's so many other companies doing much better work, and I've actually seen better versions of this from third-party companies. It's just not hitting the mark anymore. Somebody set the juice loose and gave Grimlock all a Sunny D, because he's coming in a G2 colorization, and now we can actually see what this looks like. And what does it look like? Well, in bot mode, I think it looks okay. It looks passable. I like the turquoise on the chest, the translucentness on the chest as well, and that kind of silvery head looks good. But for me, it all kind of falls down when he gets into his alt mode. It looks just a little bit too plain for my liking. I think he's just, yeah, the tail has some blue lines on it and there's some blue stuff on the top, but it's just all so one color. Granted, I'm glad that they've got the yellow all the same shade all the way through, so it doesn't look like it suffers from some of the challenges we've seen with Hasbro using this yellow before with different shades. I know that the buzzworthy Bumblebee certainly suffered from that, so it looks like they've fixed that, but bland. How can something that vibrant be that dull at the same time? I don't get it. It needs more lines, needs more blue going through it. Let me know your thoughts on these ones. I know these images are fairly new, but yeah, I usually like myself some G2 ones as well. This one just, I'm not here for it. So that's everything from me on this Transformers. Oh, yep, Saturday. I got one out on a Saturday. Woo, woo. Hey, if you're new around here, please think about giving me a like, a share, and a subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. All right, team, in a bit. Peace.